Welcome back. Today we're looking at how to take a global effect like the dreamy Orton glow applied to this Colorado aspen scene and give it true compositional purpose. Instead of having this effect applied globally, we're going to use Photoshop's AI-driven neural filters to build a custom depth mask. This allows us to separate the foreground from the background automatically, keeping our close-up details crisp while letting that soft, ethereal light bloom naturally in the distance. It's a mask I use often, especially on forest scenes like this, captured at one of our Colorado workshop locations. Now I'll show you the exact steps to create this mask yourself. Okay, to get started, let's show you exactly what we mean by the Orton effect. Up here in this grouping, I've applied the Orton effect. If we toggle the grouping off, this was the image before, this is the image afterwards. I love the sort of ethereal look going on in the background, but I don't necessarily want it applying to these foreground trunks. So we want to create a mask based upon depth within this image. So let's get started. Make sure the background is selected. Run up to Filter. Come down here to Neural Filters right here. Click on it. It'll open up this new panel, and down here in this Filter tab, we'll come down to this thing called Depth Blur. If you don't have it downloaded yet, you will have to download it first, and then it'll work. After we've downloaded it and we have this open, let's toggle the filter on. It's processing on the device, on the computer here now, and now it's done processing. Next step is to go ahead and grab the scroll bar over here on the far right and pull this down because we're looking for something called Output Depth Map Only. We'll put a checkbox next to that. And then we'll take a look down here in the very, very bottom. Output. We have two choices. We want to output to a new layer. Make sure new layer is selected here. And then click OK. Now we're back here looking at the image. And what we've just created is this. If we toggle these off up here, we'll see that it's basically a black and white layer. Let's go ahead and make a selection of that and copy it. We'll do it so people can see it. So select all, edit, copy. I'm going to deselect it so I don't see the marching ants. Then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and toggle these layers back on. I'm going to toggle this view off so it's not so bizarre looking right now. I want to select this grouping that has Orton effects in it. I want to add a mask to that grouping. And then I want to hold the Alt key down, that's going to be Option on a Mac, and click on the thumbnail for the mask. It now displays in the workspace. So now I can come up here to Edit and Paste. Now we have that image, paste it in, actually to the thumbnail. I'm going to get rid of the marching ants one more time. So that's going to be select, deselect. And let's go ahead and click back on the eyeball here so we see the actual image. So now we can see that when the Orton effect applies, it's actually applying into the background. I'm toggling this on and off repeatedly so you can take a look at that. It's applying back into the background, and our foreground trunks are hardly getting any impact. And the further back we go on the image, the more gray to lighter gray the trunks are, and they're picking up more and more impact of the Orton effect. Let's hold the Alt key down one more time and look at that mask. Yeah, so we can see that these background trees are getting some of the effect. These foreground ones are getting very little effect. Of course, as always, we could continue with, as long as this mask is selected, we could continue to modify it by coming up to Image, Adjustments, and choosing anything that's available here to us. Often I'll work with levels. And as we adjust these levels, we're actually impacting the mask here. So we could refine that mask a little bit right here. Okay, that's it. As you can see, the depth blur filter is more than just a blur tool. It's a powerful engine for generating complex dimensional masks in seconds. By using this workflow to generate a depth mask, you can gain even more control over where effects apply in your images. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you at one of our upcoming workshops.